Hi, I'm Richard Walker, and I'm going to be covering the External Factor Evaluation, or EFE. The EFE matrix is defined as a strategic management tool which is used to examine and alter current business conditions. This matrix is a good way to organize and prioritize opportunities and threats which are occurring externally to a business. These threats and opportunities are given a weight and rating, which is multiplied to calculate a weighted score for each opportunity and threat. We chose the top 5 threats and opportunities to sprint, then voted on a weight and rating for each, which in return gave us a calculated weighted score. The first important opportunity we chose for sprint would include the partnering of companies like Time Warner Cable, DirecTV, and even Google. Multiple reports have shown Google is very interested in obtaining or partnering with Sprint. This partnership would benefit both sides for several reasons. Since Google is a different form of business than Sprint, while Sprint focuses on making money off providing a service, Google would be able to change that, generating revenues from advertising, which in return offers their customers lower prices. This opportunity could lead to a takeover from a larger company, like Google. This takeover could benefit a company like Sprint by helping them survive in the very saturated cellular market, but in return, Sprint would not be their own standalone company anymore. Based on these several reasons, we gave this opportunity of a potential partnering for Sprint with a weight of 0.18 multiplied by a rating of 2, which in return gives us a weighted score of 0.36. The next opportunity focuses on going green. The push for companies to go green is being more and more talked about in today's day. This push can save Sprint money and reduce the amount of materials, equipment, running costs, while providing a good public image for Sprint. Regulations are constantly being formed and changed by politicians who are focused on reducing the carbon footprint. Companies who get a jump start on reducing the carbon footprint will be ahead of these political regulations. Therefore, will not be in a bind to meet regulations as they're being passed. Presidential candidates like Hillary Clinton are focused on this push for greener energy and will ensure pressure on companies to meet or exceed environmental regulations. Sprint's phone buyback program was rated number 1. It focuses on the importance of recycling battery and hardware within the phone. For the reasons above, we gave this opportunity of a push for going green for Sprint a weight of 0.07 multiplied by a rating of 4, which in return gives us a weighted average of 0.28. The last opportunity we chose to focus on was network modernization with a strong outlook for high bandwidth mobile communication. As part of this program, Sprint has modified its existing backhaul architecture to enable increased capacity to the network at a lower cost by utilizing Ethernet as opposed to time division multiplexing, or TDM technology. As part of the program, the company will upgrade the existing Sprint platform that will enable it to offer 4G technologies, including the new LTE technology. Because of this, we assigned a weight of 0.07 multiplied by a rating of 4, which gives us a weighted average of 0.28. Now, looking over at threats. The first threat we chose that Sprint faces every day is buyer power and association. With such a saturated market, customer loyalty is vital to the success of a cellular provider. There is not much differentiation between brands, with providers competing on quality of service and price. Because of this, switching to a substitute cellular provider may be extremely expensive due to contract termination and side fees. Sprint's program makes the switch to Sprint's service cash-free by covering the repayment of cancellation fees being charged to a customer. Because of the reasons above, we chose to give this a weight of 0.01 multiplied by a rating of 3, which in return gives this threat a weighted average of 0.3. Last, the threat we focused on was the very saturated market causing intense rates of competition. With programs talked about in the last slide and Sprint's buyback program, the best way to gain market share is to take from our major competition, which would be Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile, in that order respectively. Programs that cover the switching costs earn customer loyalty, ensuring fair price points and quality behind the service, because why wouldn't somebody switch to a different service that's cheaper and of higher service? The price point is competing in a cutthroat industry where companies cannot charge a premium price for just any everyday regular service. Focusing on taking customer loyalty from Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile, which are all threats to Sprint. Due to these factors, we chose to assign a weight of 0.1 multiplied by a rating of 3, which gives us a weighted average of 0.3.